Hi friends, today we are gonna see one of the very important features of Excel when it comes to cleaning the data. It is also one of the most popularly asked questions when you apply for the post of a data analyst or a financial analyst. It's very important that you understand how this feature works. And as the video progresses, I'll be showing you two techniques. So you have to understand what is the differences or small nuances between the two techniques. So let's jump straight into the video. So friends, here you can see that I have provided you one file whose name is remove duplicates. And the link for downloading this file is given in the description of this video. In this particular file, you can see that there are three headings: sales agent, region, and sales. Now I'm tasked with the important job of removing the duplicates. So first let us understand what we mean by duplicates. Here you can see that there is one person whose name is Peter Ramsey. And you can see we have another Peter Ramsey here and one more Peter Ramsey here, one more Peter Ramsey here and one more over here as well. So should we consider this as duplicate? So to understand this, let us also take a look at the second column. So here you have Peter Ramsey Europe, here you have Peter Ramsey Europe, here also you have Peter Ramsey Europe, but let us see over here you have Peter Ramsey South America. So this should not be considered as a duplicate. And let us also consider the third column. So Peter Ramsey Europe and the sales is 5254 and Peter Ramsey Europe, the sale figure is different, and Peter Ramsey Europe, now here this is a proper duplicate because the sales figure is the same, the region is the same, and the sales agent name is also matching to this. Let's take other example. Again over here this is a duplicate because the name, region and sales exactly match with this. So the first thing which you have to keep in mind before you remove duplicates is which are the duplicates. Do you want to remove the duplicates relating to one column, or do you want to consider all three columns and then remove the duplicates? So I'll be showing you two techniques of removing the duplicates. So let us start with the first technique. Now what I am doing, in order to maintain the original data set, I'll copy this data set and paste it onto a new location over here. And now I want to remove the duplicates from this new region. So Excel provides you with a feature in which it shows you how to remove the duplicates by clicking in the data menu over here, and in the data menu here you see a feature called as remove duplicates. So it also gives you a description that delete duplicate rows from a sheet. You can pick which column should be checked for duplicate information. So I would click on this option and I would select all the three columns because I want to consider duplicates taking into consideration all the three columns, and then I would click on OK. So you can say that it says that 5 duplicate values were found and removed. 14 unique values remain. Now let us see if we add another record whether that is being reflected in these duplicates. So let's copy this data and paste it over here. You can see, although this is a duplicate, no changes have occurred in this until you select the data again and again select remove duplicates. No changes would be reflected in this data. So I will show you another technique of removing duplicates. For that, what we will do, first we will highlight our original data and convert it into a table by pressing Ctrl and T. It will ask me, does your table contain headers? I will say OK. Now, after we have made a table, the next thing which we will do is we will go in the data menu, and in the data menu you get an option that to get the data from where. So there's a group over here called as get and transform within the data. From there we'll say get the data from the table. So what this will do is this will instantly start Power Query and it will load the data into it. So here you can see that it has loaded the Power Query and the data is there within it. Now, after you have ensured that the data has come within the Power Query, the next thing which you can do is you have to select all the three columns by keeping the Ctrl key pressed this way. Now after you have selected the three columns, then you right click over here. Okay, just ensure that your selection doesn't go away, and then select remove duplicates. So here you can see it has removed the duplicates and original information is retained. Alright, so it seems like the data is perfect. So all the duplicates have been removed. Now we will move back to our original data. So click on the File menu and select Close and Load To. So I select Close and Load To. And then it will ask me where do you want to load the data. So I will select Existing Sheet and it will ask me where. So I will highlight the new location. This is my new location and I will select OK and select Load. So you can see that instantly it will remove the duplicates. Now we will do one more small change and we'll see whether the results are reflected into the new table or not. So what I am doing is I am copying this data. Let's say this data, I am copying it and I am pasting it over here. Ctrl V. Now you can see the copied data is neither reflected here nor it is reflected over here. But the beauty of this data which we have done using Power Query is you can right click anywhere on this data and you can select refresh and the new changes would be reflected again. So if there is a new data added and if it is a duplicate, it will be removed. But let's assume that it is not a duplicate, it is some unique figure. And now if I right click over here and select refresh, so the changes would be reflected in this data but not over here. Let us see one more time. We'll copy some more data over here and we'll change the figure and we'll right click over here and select refresh. So you can see the changes are reflected over here in this data, but this data, the changes are not reflected. So friends, hope you have understood the difference between the two techniques of removing duplicates. The first technique was clicking in data and selecting remove duplicates, and the second technique was using the Power Query feature and going within the Power Query and highlighting the data, right clicking on the data and selecting remove duplicates, and after removing duplicates clicking on file and selecting close and load. So friends, hope you have learned something new in this lecture. With this we end this lecture and we'll see you again in the next lecture. Till that time, goodbye.